It is very exciting. Personally, I'm looking forward to presenting the next 15 minutes, not in English, not in Luganda, and not in Taleja. Now, what language shall I be using? Just as I give you this preamble. Last year, the East African Community, a Sectoral Council on Education, Science and Technology, Culture and Sports, during its 17th meeting in Dar es Salaam, adopted a roadmap for the implementation of French and Kiswahili as official languages of the EAC bloc. French now is as predominant as English and Swahili, since it's a major part of the East African community, with the addition of the Democratic Republic of Congo that falls in the category of Rwanda, Burundi, and other French-speaking countries. In Uganda, publishing in French dates back to more than a century, while its teaching dates back from the early 1950s. Despite the position of English as the official language, French has for long been enjoying a privileged institutionalized position as a language of culture and a vehicle for international cooperation. To talk about this pertinent issue, I'm joined here by Micheal Kushemererwa, a French teacher at Nabisunsa Girls Secondary School. Monsieur Micheal Kushemererwa, bienvenue à NTV.
Merci, monsieur. Je suis très content d'être ici.
Now, let's leave it at that. Yes. Otherwise, anything else will be disastrous for me. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir.
What is significant about French? But before you answer that question, perhaps I may understand, or I may not, you will enlighten me.
Yeah.
I had the privilege of attending French class way back in, should be more than 20 years ago, as I went into a senior one.
Yes, please.
At Bukit College Kachonga in Butaleja. That is why I'm able to come up with something small, yeah, like Monsieur Micheal Kushemererwa, bienvenue à NTV.
That's great. That's great.
I sound good?
Yes, you sound good.
I can make some money in French?
Perfect.
All right.
Why not?
What is significant about French?
As you read in the preamble there, there's something that you say that French dates way back to more than a century. That's in the early 50s.
That's right.
French was already here. So what I need to tell you that French has been in existence for quite a long time. So the significance of this language is basically communication. This is communication. So you have to learn the communication.
That's right.
So when you learn the communication, there are other more opportunities attached to the communication. I want to give an example here in Uganda. We have issues of languages. We know too much of English, but we neglect the other second
we know too much English
language. Yeah, we know too much of English.
Okay.
But then the significance is that we have missed opportunities out, and unfortunately we realize very late. You know, I'm going to give an example. A doctor who knows the second language can work beyond borders.
That's right.
Okay? Can go in DRC. In so many doctors, but how are you going to communicate in DRC? We don't have this French. You only have English. So you find that doctors are only located here in Uganda. They miss that chance of working beyond borders. The other significance is in the world of business. World of business, I have been interacting with many parents and other associates.
That's
you know,
right.
when they go to Congo, they struggle. They don't know Kiswahili, they don't know English, rather French, they only know English.
That's
the
right.
other side, they don't know English. So there's that sign language. Unfortunately, sign language cannot make it all.
Yeah.
So we
it
see
slows
that, you know,
business and
how
decision
I wish they knew the French like you are now. Some little French, they would have survived. You see, that's also another
interesting. You're just giving me the bragging rights over the guys in the newsroom later. But yes, I understand the significance. But when you look at the introduction of French in Uganda's education curriculum, isn't it a little bit too late in secondary? If it were for learning purposes, when we begin kindergarten and we are being instructed in English, shouldn't there be an option for instruction in French to create a more deeply entrenched foundation in understanding this language? Because when you encounter it, when you are in senior one, it's more like those are options. Me, I remember I had the privilege of 22 2 subjects in senior 1, and French was one of them. So at the end of the day, you're looking at chopping them off so that you can concentrate on what you want.
Okay.
Isn't it too late?
Okay, I would say that is just a perception to me.
It is. Okay.
I would just say that.
Yeah.
I think learning anything is the attitude.
Attitude.
It is the attitude. Learning anything is the attitude. So I would say, you see, in primary, we have some schools which have French at primary level, though not many. But our Ugandan curriculum, start French at secondary level.
Yeah.
But when the students come in, we have what you call orientation. We give them the orientation, and we tell them the advantages of French. Now, when these students are positive, if the attitude is positive, I'm telling you, they do wonders.
Okay.
They do wonders. We shall be seeing some kids who are really amazing at French when it comes to speaking, and they're just little, senior 2, 3, you know. Yeah, so for me, it's just a perception that it's late. No, it's not late.
It's not late
It's
to
never
learn.
late, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is the DELF program that is being undertaken, and I'm sure it's one of the initiatives that are rolling out. What is it about? Just shed more light on it. The DELF program.
Yeah, DELF program. Now, DELF program, I'll first say the meaning in French. DELF means diplôme. I want to say it slowly.
Yeah, please.
Diplôme.
Especially for me.
Yes, diplôme d'études en langue française.
Do that again.
Diplôme d'études en langue française.
All right.
Yes.
You've understood.
So it's a diploma in French language. Diplôme d'études en langue
French
It's
language.
a diploma in French language. When people hear a diploma, they're like, wow, but these kids are young. No, gone are those days when people are getting diplomas after
You mean people are getting diplomas at 7?
People can get diplomas at 14,
Okay.
senior 1, senior 3, all level basically, secondary. Because this course basically starts out at secondary level. So at Nabisunsa, we are privileged that through the government of France, French Embassy, Alliance Française, we were able to get a chance to have this course introduced at Nabisunsa Girls Secondary School. Thanks to Hajatullah Kakawie, who indeed saw that it was a chance for these girls and allowed this course to take root. Now, I want to explain the levels in this course.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so we have the beginning level, which is called DELF A1, and also have second to that is DELF A2, and then also have DELF B1, which is intermediate, then DELF B2. Then university level, we have C1, DELF C1, and DELF C2. But then the world recognizes you even when you do up to DELF B2. The world already recognizes you as an expert. Any company will yearn for you wherever you go. Yes.
Because you can speak French.
Because you can speak French
and go
fluently.
The business of
like what we are seeing there.
Closing deals.
Yeah, like recently we had a graduation ceremony, and we're seeing students graduating, getting these diplomas. That girl was at school, was at Nabisunsa some time back, but she's now in Aga Khan. Okay. The rest are Nabisunsa Girls School. You can see they're young, but they're getting the diploma levels at that level. Right. Yes, so that's why we're saying that parents prepare, be smart.
Be smart.
Let these kids get these diplomas at an early stage.
Okay.
Yes.
I can see, I understand the momentum. It's not late for an old man like me. Where are the classes conducted? At Nabisunsa?
No, you see, we have these days we have technology, and technology has actually made things very, very easy. So classes are normally conducted online. I can give you two places where you can go. You can go to Alliance Française, because Alliance Française is our only center. That's right. Where actually it's the only organization, certified organization, that is responsible for these exams. That is what the government of France push in Uganda. So when these exams come through the French Embassy to Alliance Française, you can do from there. But you can also study from there. Then second one, I can also study online. Online. For me, I conduct these classes online. Okay. I have my website. It's called French learning made easy.
French learning made easy.com.
www.frenchlearningmadeeasy.com. Yes, please.
All right.
Yeah, so if you check on that website, you would have me.
Okay, so I think there is a lot that needs to be undertaken in terms of demystifying attempts by people at learning. It should be considered more like you want to learn another language, more like you want to learn Lusoga, you want to learn to speak Runyaktara, you want to learn to speak Ngakrimajong. That's what it should be. There's a tendency to think, oh my God, that is another whole process that, because it has an international dimension. Yeah. All right, give us your last word on this before we can be able to watch something that should also be part of this particular initiative.
Like I said before, what you're saying, it is still a perception. I want to really call upon Ugandans that learning anything, please have the positive attitude in you first. Yeah. If you have that interest, it's inner. It's very inner. If you really have that positivity, I'm telling you, everything is possible. So with French is not difficult like people think. If you have actually, I've taught the elderly at your age, and they can speak French.
Hey, don't use the word elderly and point at me. I want to do that disclaimer. Elderly is out of order.
So I've just really been involved with young gentlemen like you.
Young gentlemen.
Yeah. So
it's acceptable.
I take back that word. Young gentlemen like you. So they have actually showed that they can speak French. So it's a perception. Ugandans come on board. In East Africa, Uganda is the only country lagging behind as far as languages are concerned. DRC, Rwanda, Burundi, those are French countries. But you see, they are trying as much as possible to learn English. So they are better than us.
Okay.
Yes.
Micheal Kushemererwa. Let's now take a look at this video so that it can embolden further our understanding of French language initiatives.
Bonjour à tous, je m'appelle Achomhana Zerida, je suis en 4e année de secondaire ici à Nabisunsa. J'apprends le français parce que j'adore la langue et la culture française et j'aimerais étudier en France un jour. Hello everyone, my name is Achomhana Zerida. I'm 16 years old. I'm a Form 4 here at Nabisunsa Girls School. I study French because I love the language and the French culture, and I hope to go and study in French one day.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Adrina Evaziwe, j'ai 15 ans et je suis en 2e année du secondaire. J'apprends le français car je veux apprendre la culture française et je veux visiter la France un jour. I learned French because I'd like to learn the French language and I'd like to go and visit French one day. Thank you very much.
It has job opportunities, it opens up job opportunities. And for us, we are saying a student who goes out with this certificate is already a step ahead of the others, because everybody will have a transcript in whatever course, but when you have an extra certificate, you stand out of the crowd. So we believe when they move out there, they will have very many opportunities open to them.
Because you can run and take it easy. We get
All right, there is a bit of what's going on at Nabisunsa Girls Secondary School when it comes to entrenching the French language in Uganda. I would like to end this, and of course special thanks to my guest, Micheal Kushemererwa. You're a French language teacher at Nabisunsa Girls School. You're also an instructor. Just tell us again about the website so that we can sign this off. www.french.
This is www.frenchlearningmadeeasy.com. So you come to that site, you'll have me. Yes.
All right. There you have it. Micheal Kushemererwa there saying it's time you begin learning the French language. I'll also go on a campaign to teach Butalejan, so you can get the opportunities you have to get in Butaleja. We shall be coming up with a discussion on the state of the nation address that was delivered by President Yoweri Museveni